Is it on me? Welcome everybody to the hot seat. I am CJ and you guys are on Daddy Dutch Barbecue. Welcome. As you guys, if you saw my live before this, we're doing this hot seat on Dutch's channel. We're gonna get him some watch time, get him a couple of these hot seats in there so we can get him monetized so he can start getting super shots too. To the three people that gave us super shots in the live, Big Cat 305, Blevin, and Mike Montoya, thank you guys very much. We'll start taking those once we get going. I see our guest tonight is Dan from Dan's Outdoor Cooking, so we got a great guest tonight. I'm going to let you, Dutch, I'm going to let you say hi to the people real quick.
Welcome, everybody. Thank you for stopping by. I know it's a little different tonight. CJ, thank you for letting me do this. Dan, welcome. Going to be a good time, I'm sure. Dan's already showed us he's got some craft beer over there and a little bourbon for the super shots. So should be a good time.
All right, very cool. Dan, do you want to say hi to the people real quick?
Yeah. Hello to everybody. I don't have my chat on or anything, so I don't know who's in here or not. I'm just on the Hangouts because I'm not real familiar with this, so I didn't want to mess anything up. But hello to everybody. I appreciate all the support you've given me. From my heart, I truly love it all.
Very cool, very cool. Thank you for being here with us. I really appreciate it, Dan. Guys, I'm going to shout out the people in the chat and our moderator. I see Josh and Babe are in the house. Pickles is a moderator for some strange reason on Kid's channel, so welcome. Was. Oh, there you go. Oh, there you go. I see Keith Bettag. He's always keeping score at 43 right now. Dan from SmokeyGoodness. I saw Hobos in there. D.A. Barry Outdoors, welcome. James from M. McClaimon. What's up, YouTube peeps and barbecue freaks? There it is, buddy. I love it. Joe's Smokehouse and Barbecue. Howdy, howdy. Let's see here. Big Rob D's in the house. Jacqueline and Dad. Mega Fred's in the house. We got Mega Fred. What's up? Sin 1000. Tommy from Gallery Backyard Barbecue. Ron Wentz. East Texas Cooking and Outdoors. Mr. Homeowner. Blevin from West Coast Cajun Cuisine. It's all about the rack. Jimmy Q. LT from Lewis at Our Shack Barbecue. 1984 Barbecue. John Comparison Cooking. Mr. Homeowner, which I thought I said already, but who knows. Pit Live Barbecue. Johnny Maggs is in the house. Johnny's a moderator on your channel, so Johnny is taking control. Lewis Calamides. All right, there's the first pit flip of the night. Grumpus on Fire, how you doing? Tom's Food Factory, Ray Guy, Zesty, who is Ashley. So Zesty, you put a comment on one of my things, and I said, thanks, brother. So I apologize, sister. Let's see here. Raymond's vlog, Raymond Vega, what's up? How you doing? I think that covers everybody I've seen run through the chat. Leprechaun Barbecue, LeprakonTV, how you doing? Southern Griddler Barbecue, welcome. Let's see here. Anybody else? Okay, yeah, she says okay. I think we got everybody. If not, I'll catch you guys on the next go around. I'm gonna let Kent start with the first question tonight. I'm sure he's got one in there since it's his channel. I'm throwing this at him real quick. So go ahead. Dad Incredible and Kris from Eastwood Farms. There's the pit. Where's the pit flip? I just interrupted you.
All right. Let's see here. I got a couple comments for you from a couple people. First, Dan, Mr. Mega Fred Zeppelin wanted to know he clicked on your channel yesterday when CJ put out the promo. Wanting you to know that he's supporting your channel. And somebody else said it. Now I got to look. I forgot who it was because I didn't write it down like a dummy. But hopefully this will get you a couple more subs your way, Dan. So you comfortable there, buddy, or what?
Me, yeah. I'm just chilling on the lake. I'm sitting on a houseboat.
That's
I see
awesome,
that.
man.
I see that. What kind of houseboat? How long? Give us a little feedback and info about it.
The one I'm on tonight actually is my mom and dad's because it's on a dock. I keep mine on a buoy, and I needed electricity so I could actually be on here. And this is a 45 by 14 catamaran cruiser.
Nice. I like it. Wish I had one. I only have a 19.5-foot deep V fishing boat. So
I'll sell you my houseboat.
no. I have enough toys for right now that I have a hard time keeping up with. So, everybody, if you have questions, please put them at Daddy Dutch BBQ. Be a little patient. I'll get them wrote down, and we'll get Dan asked your questions along with CJ's. So let's get the party started, huh?
All right, sounds good. Thanks for that, guys. I know it's a little backwards tonight, but just roll with the punches. It's still the same hot seat. We're just on a different channel, so no worries. I saw Paulie Q jumped in there. Welcome, brother. Guys, again, if you have questions at Daddy Dutch BBQ, he'll put them in. He'll ask Dan when we break to him. Dan, are you ready for these hard-hitting questions?
Bring them.
All right, brother. Where are you from and where do you live? I know that's a tough one, but share.
I am from a small town called Connorsville, Indiana, and I still live there. I've been there 47 years.
Wow, that is awesome, man.
If you don't know where it's at, it's an hour from Indianapolis, Indiana. It's an hour from Dayton, Ohio, and it's an hour from Cincinnati, Ohio.
Wow. That's cool, man. That is really cool. One place your whole life. That's amazing. I'm sure that's, some people will have that and do that, but that's very cool. All right. Let's talk about your family life. Wife, kids, dog, cat, ferret.
I got a wife. I never say her name online or anything, but
Right.
this isn't my original one. Yeah, I had a practice wife before, but I've been married to this one for 5 years. Are you all right, Kent?
I got 2 of those. I love it.
I know you got the tattoo on your arm to prove you're on number 3.
Yeah, and I'm actually doing the super shots tonight out of I don't know if you can see it or not. It's kind of dark, but that is a Dale Earnhardt shot glass also.
I love that practice wife. We have practice.
And we have a 16-year-old boy that is getting ready to get his driver's license, so that is scary as all get out.
Oh, yeah.
And he's actually the one that helps me with this when I have questions because I am not very technologically apt.
Oh, that's cool. I started this with my son, too. He's actually just going into college, so he helped me get through this, and I took the time. I had to learn how to do it myself, so it was cool to work out. He helps me film on the weekends that he can when he's not too busy for the old man. But, yeah, it's cool. I love that we got the families involved for this, for sure. All right. What is your real job besides YouTube extraordinaire?
I do all the dock maintenance and buoy maintenance at Quakertown Marina, where I happen to be sitting at right now. And then one day a week, I cover the office when the office manager gets her day off. But most of the time, I'm out on the buoys working on them or doing the electric and plumbing and stuff on all the docks.
Oh, very cool, man. Very cool. What got you doing in that?
Well, I mean, I started working at this lake back in 1990, and then just because I've always loved the outdoors. I mean, I was raised loving the outdoors. We've always hunted, fished, everything else in my family. My dad and my grandfather both loved to cook, grill, everything. And I always thought it'd be real nice to work outdoors. So I started it for the Department of Natural Resources. And then after working for them for 5 years, an opportunity came to work at this marina. And I think it was after 5. I've been at this marina now 24 years.
Oh, wow. That's very cool, man. It's good to do stuff that you really like. They say, if you enjoy your work, you're not working at all. So that sounds like a pretty good gig you have there, right? All right, cool. All right, so Mega Fred's question. We ask this every time, his lifetime question. What is your favorite music, bands, instruments, etc.?
Well, I'm not going to say Justin Bieber, but
No,
or
it's Justin
Bieber, whatever his name is.
Justin Timberlake.
Or just okay, my bad. I don't know any of those guys. If you hop in my vehicle, I probably either got the Ramones going, the Sex Pistols, the Clash, Pixies, the Stooges. I like the Dead Kennedys. You're from out in California. Dead Kennedys was a California band. That's what I really like. I mean, and I like some more mainstream stuff also. I mean, I remember going and seeing Pearl Jam in concert at a laundromat for $5 down in Cincinnati back in, I think, 88 or 89 when their album 10 first came out. And I mean, most people haven't heard of what I listen to, but, the Ramones definitely. I mean, until Joey passed away, I went and saw them 13 times in concert.
Oh, really? Wow. That's awesome, man. All right, cool. We got a couple more people jumped in the chat. I want to say hi to Smoking Joe's Pit BBQ. Bruce Sundberg's in there. So he's the proprietor of Food for Men. Rick's Barbecue and Specialties. Stephanie Inez is in the house. King Kilbasa just showed up. What's up, brother? Did I miss anybody, Kent?
No, I'm just thirsty.
Okay.
So, Big
Time
Cat,
for a shot.
Big Cat 305. First one's for you, buddy.
Thanks, Big Cat. Appreciate you, brother.
Ready, Dan?
Cheers. Sorry I don't have a fancy glass like you guys.
Man, just take it to the head, man. No one's judging, buddy.
We don't
got
judge.
57 in the chat. Very cool.
All right, that wakes a guy up.
That'll get your heart racing a little bit. Let's see here. All right. Big Cat said cheers. Kent, you got a couple questions to ask real quick?
Oh, how many couple do you want? Holy cow.
Man. It's your show, man. I'm just here.
Grumper. Let's see what he said here. Says he lived the first 24 years of his life in Indianapolis, roamed Connorsville frequently. He says, nice town, Dan. So there you go. Keith Bettag, Dan, what lake are you on? Did we lose Dan?
Okay, I'm getting some sort of, I'm hearing your question twice or something.
Do you have anything else up? Let me
let me look at something real quick.
Hold on. Is it better now, Dan?
Now, shit, what the hell did I just do?
You're fine. We can hear you just fine.
You're still fine. We still see you.
Okay, well, I lost my picture somehow. Aha. I told you I'm not real technical. Okay. Unfortunately, somehow my browser kicked up and I was on your channel live also. So can you start those over? I apologize.
Okay. Well, let me go back and find it. Let's see. Where'd it go? Oh, Grumpus on Fire said, Dan, he lived in his first 24 years in Indy. But he roamed Connorsville frequently. He says it's a nice town. So
that's cool.
He's just putting up more of a statement than anything. But then Mr. Keith Bettag wants to know, Dan, what lake are you on?
It's Brookville Reservoir. It's in East Central Indiana.
And he also said, gotta love to see another Hoosier on there. So there you
Bobby
go.
Knight
You're not
president.
Yeah. All right. D.A. Barry Outdoors. Dan, what is your favorite thing to cook on your cast iron?
To be honest, that chicken and rice burrito I just did is actually my wife's favorite, so I do it quite a bit, even though she usually just puts it on a plate and eats it. She doesn't wrap it up in a burrito. To be honest, when we have a big group of people coming over, I like doing the pigs in a cornfield because I can pull out my 14-inch and I can feed a good dozen and a half people. I mean, I don't know. I just love cooking in the Dutch ovens. I mean, I probably have 5 or 6 things that, you know, if you ask me to cook it, I get excited and I go, okay, yes, I'll make that for you.
Nothing better than the joy of cooking, is there? All right. Pickles wants to know, when did you start cooking on cast iron, and what is your oldest piece of cast iron, Dan?
I probably first started on cast iron, I would say roughly, as far as stuff I owned, 15 years ago or so. As far as like owning some myself and cooking with it, maybe 20, but I guarantee 15. But I've cooked on it since I was a little kid because my grandfather had a 20-inch lodge skillet that he bought brand new in the 50s. And as a kid, that was what he took to the hunting camp and everything. And I cooked on it, and now I inherited that now that he passed. I haven't done a video with it yet because I haven't really figured out how to do a quick video cooking with a 20-inch skillet. But that's my oldest piece. My grandfather bought it brand new in the late 50s.
Wow.
I take it back. That's the oldest piece that's been in my family. I do have an Erie Series 2, number 7, that was last produced in 1894.
Holy cow.
And I do cook eggs on that quite often.
I mean, I got 15, 16 pieces of cast floating around here and stuff, and I think my oldest is one of my BSRs is from the 50s. But wow, from the 1800s, that's cool, man. I like that. Let's see. Rob, Mr. Homeowner, wants to know, Dan, he got a new lodge skillet. It says pre-seasoned. Do you suggest that he wash it, soap and water, heat it, re-season it, or just use it as is?
Well, I mean, that's totally up to you. My personal view is when I inspect them from the store before I bring them home, if I don't see any pitting or anything, I'll scrub it down with soap and water real good. And then I'll probably season it with canola oil 2 to 3 times before I cook with it the first time. If I see some pitting or whatnot, I take it outside. I fire my grill up to about 500 or 600 degrees, throw it in there for an hour, and I cook all the pre-seasoning off. And then I start with my own seasoning. And I know this is the biggest argument in cast iron, what to use to season. I'm not getting in that argument. I'm just telling you what I use. I use canola oil. And I will at least season it a minimum of 5 to 7 times if I stripped all the preseason off. And if you do that, it is slick, just like one of your older, like one of yours from the 50s. Cook that rhino lining off.
I couldn't agree with you more, Dan. I really couldn't. So, let's see. Mr. Mega Fred Zeppelin, first of all, says cheers from Northern California. And he says he's been to Fort Wayne and Anderson visiting friends. I'm assuming living in the area your whole life, you've been to those towns. Is that correct?
Yeah. Fort Wayne's up in northern Indiana, probably 2.5 hours away from me. Anderson, I actually go up there quite often because they have a horse track. And every now and then when my wife's not around and I have a couple extra nickels, I'll go to the horse track and see if I could hit a good trifecta or something.
Go bet on the ponies, huh?
Every now and then.
Well, hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. You know, every guy's got to have a release, right?
Exactly.
All right. CJ, I got a couple more. You want me to keep going or you want to jump back in there, boss man?
I'm going to jump back in and you guys can you can catch a few more.
Okay.
I see Josh and Bed Josh putting it in there. You know, if you have questions, put it to @DaddyDutch. I love it when we get questions from the chat, not the usual suspects of questions I have. So, guys, keep them coming, and we'll keep Dan on here as long as we need to. All right, Dan, how did you get started with YouTube? What brought you to wanting to film your cooks?
Well, I've watched YouTube for a long time. Everything from, how to change coil packs on a vehicle that I own to watching, different videos that interest me, especially cooking videos. But Bill Gowdy put out a contest for a nice Dutch oven set. It's like a 6-piece set or whatnot. And I wanted it. I mean, but you had to do a VR for it. I had no clue what to do or anything. And we were actually on vacation down in Beattyville, Kentucky, hiking Natural Bridge and stuff. And I always take my cast iron everywhere because I'm too cheap to go to a restaurant or whatnot. I'll cook right in the hotel parking lot. And so I'm out there cooking in the Little Abner Motel. I'm out there in their parking lot. And like I said, my boy said, well, how about doing your VR now? So he pulled out his iPhone and he filmed me, and I made a 19-second video to enter Bill Gowdy's contest. And it got like 45 views. And that's when he looked at me and said, man, if people will watch that, what would they do if you really made a video? And it became addictive after that.
All right, that's pretty cool, man. All right. Well, how long have you been doing it? I don't know if you said that or not, but how long have you been doing it?
That VR I put out for Bill Gowdy was in October, but as far as my first cooking video, I think I put it out November 3rd, and that was the pigs in a cornfield.
So that was 2018, so last year?
Yeah. I've been at this just shy of 9 months.
Right on. How do you find it so far? Do you enjoy doing it? Are you feeling like a grind yet?
No, because I'm only putting out one video a week. And I've talked to Kent and I've talked to Chef Johnny in your hangouts after your show and stuff about maybe expanding my channel. And as of right now, I'm just trying to keep everything fun. One video a week, and I kind of found my niche doing that cast iron Wednesday every Wednesday. And I enjoy it. I mean, because we're going to eat the food anyway, and I'm going to be cooking in cast iron anyway. Right. So, I mean, I'm not doing anything different on film that I wouldn't be doing in real regular day-to-day life, other than I'm explaining to my camera what I'm doing,
Right. All right, cool. Before I go to the next question real quick, we got a bunch more people jumping in the chat. I think we're up to 57 in there. We got Chicken Fried Barbecue, Bill, Papa Texas in the house.
Hey, Papa.
Jay's Brapping Barbecue, Camp House Barbecue, Mr. Tom Horsman, What's for Dinner, Simple Man's Barbecue, SDS Barbecue, and Soul Food Cooking. So welcome, guys. Appreciate y'all being here. I think that kind of catches everybody up. If I missed you, I'm sorry. I'll make sure I get you. All right. So do you have an in result, in goal? Do you want to hit a certain thing, or what do you want to do?
Well, I mean, I'd be lying to you if I didn't tell you, man, I'd love to do YouTube for a living. I mean, I think that'd be cool as heck. I've been at this job 24 years. I mean, I've worked at this lake since 1990, so I'm going on 30 years working at the lake. But to be honest with you, I'm not really hustling for the subscribers or anything like that. I mean, I just now got my 10,000th view. I mean, it's going slow by other people's standards and stuff. But by my standards, I was expecting to get 7 to 9 subscribers, and they're all going to have the same last name as me.
That's funny. I was the same thing. I think everybody does it when they start up their first YouTube channel. It's like mom, dad, wife, kids. We have 5 kids as a collective here, and they're all subscribed. So we make sure that everybody's subscribed.
Can I tell you something real quick about family subscribing?
No, go ahead.
For Father's Day, and of course, I know that my wife is the one that buys the gifts for my boy to give me on Father's Day.
Right.
So I'm at work and I open it up and I text her and I say, "Oh, I love everything you got me." And she's like, "Oh, well, I was at such and such international store and I talked to some guys and they said, you'd really love to use this stuff. I'd like to see how it tastes." And I said, "Well, evidently you don't watch my videos because everything in this bag I have featured in my previous videos." And she goes, "I guess I'll subscribe."
That's awesome. Well, you know, Mrs. CJ likes to say that she's here for my videos and that's why she doesn't watch my videos. I think that's bullshit because I'm filming a lot of times when she's not here. So she's just trying to make me feel better. Hey, Ryan from Off the Walls BBQ, welcome. All right, well, you've been doing it for a few months now. Do you have any advice that you would give to anybody who was just starting up?
Yeah. Talk to people that have been doing it for a long time. I think I only had 3 videos out, and I get a message from Papa Texas, who you just said was in the chat.
Right.
And he says, "Hey, Dan, you don't have any tags on your videos." And I messaged him back. I said, "What are tags?"
What's a tag?
If I knew what they were, they'd be in there, And he helped me. Because of your show, I got to meet Chef Johnny afterwards in your hangouts and stuff. And me and him's communicated. And he has helped me out quite a bit on different tips, techniques, and everything. Even Billy and Rhonda from Strong's Adventures, I talked to them quite a bit. Just get involved with the YouTube community. Talk to people. Smoking Bears. He just actually got a hold of me, and I cannot believe someone wants my advice because he's thinking about doing some cast iron videos and stuff and wanted my advice. And that actually humbled me that someone would be coming to me for advice when I'm still searching for advice. You know what I mean?
Right. That's great, man.
Get involved with the YouTube community is the best thing I can tell anybody.
Yeah, and I was just gonna say that this community has been just it's integral for people to grow, especially with this group. Not only for everybody subs everybody and watches their videos for the most part, and they're supportive, but the information that people share is huge, right? So that I'm with you 100% on that, and I'll tell people that myself if someone's new to it. I'm like, you got to be involved in the community, and it'll help you 100%. What was that? You okay with it?
I just coughed.
Are you sure? Like that wasn't an asshole cough?
Yeah, I just put a dip in a minute ago and I swallowed wrong. So everything's
I'm like, what did I say wrong this time? See?
Well, since you think you said something wrong, and Josh is going nuts in the chat, or is that Babe? Is Babe in there or just Josh?
I think it's just Josh.
Well, that sucks. Because I was going to do Blevin's shot from West Coast Cajun Cut.
Let's do it.
But Babe said on their live the other night, I don't show any more Earnhardt stuff. So,
cheers.
I thought that was Deck's wife's club tattoo.
Dual purpose.
It's just Josh. Yeah. Ken Vaughn, what's up, brother? How you doing? Good to see you.
Well, that's it. I'm going to go on mute. I'm going to call Babe.
All right, get Babe on there. We got one more shot left from Mike Montoya. I think we should give him 2 though, because it was a $29.99.
$29.29.
$29.29. Sorry, my bad. All right. Well, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Thanks, Keith, for keeping score in there for us. Appreciate it. So, Dan, what are you filming with?
You'd be shocked, but it's a little Samsung smartphone is what I film all my videos with. I haven't invested in a camera yet. I keep saying every week when I go to Walmart, oh, I'm going to buy that camera, and then instead I go, oh, I want this piece of cast iron. So, and then of course I have to hide that in the house for 2 months and then pull it out and tell the wife that it's that it's been here for a year or two. And but no, I just use a cell phone. Is all I use.
Right on. Hey, it doesn't surprise me, and it's what I use too. So I had a camera that I was using, and it took a crap on me, so I had to use my phone until I come up with the money to get a new one. And my phone's been working well for me. It shoots high definition. There's no reason not to use it. So I've actually put getting a camera off till I'll ask for it for Christmas, and we'll get it there. So we got Eric from Smoking Barbecue and Tips in the house. Welcome, brother. I think I saw a couple more people, and I'm sorry I haven't shouted you guys out. I did see Dash in there. I shouted him, but I don't see him there anymore. So he's not there. I'm getting the finger wag.
No, did you get Sir William of Purvis from Chicken Fried Barbecue? We do have royalty in the house.
Sir William, good to see you. I did say Bill from Chicken Fried Barbecue.
I'd like to listen to you. Give me a break.
I know. I'll give him the respect that is due to him. All right, so we've noticed that you tend to enjoy the cast iron cooking a little bit. How many pieces of cast iron do you own?
Is my wife going to watch this?
I don't know. Is she going to watch it?
Well, she doesn't watch my regular videos, so no.
Yeah, so she's probably not watching.
Rough estimation, 125 to 150.
Holy crap, son.
What?
What?
Dude, if you were talking bourbon like Hobo, I'd say you have a problem, but that's fucking impressive, dude. I'll be right back. I got to check this.
Is it, babe?
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right. All right. This is a question I like to ask, and it's a question that everybody can play along with in the chat. If Hollywood was going to make a movie about Dan and his channel, who's playing Dan on the movie?
Oh my gosh. I would hate to guess. I mean, because whatever actor I say, I'm insulting them.
No, stop.
I mean, I don't know. I'm 6'6", so it'd have to be someone tall.
Holy crap, you're right up there with Dutch.
And I don't know how tall Dutch is, but I bet you my wife's shorter. My wife's only 4'9".
His is 5'2".
See, everybody calls us Mutt and Jeff, but
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I'm 6'6", 215 pounds, and have leathered skin from working out in the sun my whole life.
First guy I met on YouTube taller than me.
Tommy Lee Jones. There's one.
Well, I'd be honored for that. I like his movies.
Yeah, I can see it though. He's got the look. Tom Selleck. Josh is.
It'd have to be someone with a real broad nose.
Yeah. Let's see here. Billy Bob Thornton. Hey, babe, how you doing? Babe of Josh and Babe. Antonio Banderas. I don't know about Antonio Banderas.
Nah.
That's pushing it. Someone's going to say Ice Cube, I'm sure. That's it. All right. Suburban Jim's in the house. What's up, Jim? How you doing, brother? Pickle said the Olsen twins. Brandon O'Neill said Clint Eastwood. Sam Elliott. I can see Sam Elliott.
Oh, yeah.
I can handle Sam Elliott, other than I'm not that skinny.
Yeah. Big Frog Barbecue and Cooking said Liam Neeson. Do you have a particular set of skills?
Pee Wee Herman.
Pee Wee Herman. The midget from Fitness Island.
I want to know who said Pee Wee Herman.
Papa Texas. You think you know somebody, and then that's what happens. All right.
He gets a pass because he told me what tags were.
Nice. All right, guys. The one with no, I'm sorry, I'm seeing something wrong. All right, go ahead. Kent, why don't you go ahead and ask your questions, and we'll come back to me.
Okay. Instead of writing this one down, I'm going to just read it right now. Grumpus on Fire. Does Dan have a signature or favorite dish that gets him excited?
I get excited over food. I mean, I like to eat. One thing that I do make quite a bit for the employees out here at the marina and stuff is, and it has nothing to do with cast iron because you can't do it in cast iron, is my homemade Italian beef. I think I make a killer homemade Italian beef. And of course, I make enough of it, I can feed 16 people at a time. And I as far as what I cook, I would say that's probably it. My wife, one of her favorite things, like I said, was the chicken and rice burrito. My boy, he actually likes all the vegetables and different stuff I do. I make those sauteed radishes, I would say probably twice a month, and it's because my boy wants them. You know, that's one of his favorite side dishes there is.
Wow, sauteed radishes. I've never tried that.
Well, if you go to Dan's Outdoor Cooking and look up the video.
Hey, I've seen you do it. I've never tried it, is all I'm saying, Dan. Now, come on.
Okay, Kent, let me explain one thing to you about it. If you've eaten a raw radish, just forget that flavor because it is nothing like that. It breaks down the sugars so much in it, it is sweet. If you cook it till it's fork tender, the sugars break down in that radish. It's almost, have you ever had like candied carrots and stuff like that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, all the time.
It's almost like doing that without adding any brown sugar or adding stuff to make, you're not adding any other stuff. I put a red onion in there. I put a bunch of radishes in there, and I cook them until they're fork tender, and they turn sweet.
You just put like a little oil in the bottom of the pan and let it go.
Yeah, and I use olive oil for those, and
Okay.
I'll put a little bit of sea salt on there because the sea salt helps draw the moisture out.
I can't believe you're busting my balls for not watching your channel when I watch your channel.
I'm sorry. And you've been so much help to me over the last few months and everything. Plus, also, you saved my marriage when I had to cancel on the 11th. So, I mean,
I cannot believe you canceled on me for your freaking anniversary.
You might be short, but you don't know where that uppercut goes.
He canceled on me. I just relayed the message to you because I'm.
All right, so I feel better. You didn't actually cancel me. You just canceled the show. All right, fine.
Yeah. So.
I couldn't afford another divorce.
Amen to that. Hey, I guarantee you what, this one's got to work, or I'm in the poorhouse. So
don't even get started on my shit.
I'll be working for you, Dan, scrubbing the bottom of boats. Telling you what.
Hey, it's almost that time of year. Head to Indiana.
Yeah. One quick question. It's in the kind of the radish family. Have you ever tried frying kohlrabi?
No, I haven't. I'll have to see if they sell that in the store around here, and I will. I'll try it, and if I like it, then I'll make a video. I don't make a video of anything I don't like.
Josh just put Josh just put in the thing. Daddy Dutch Barbecue is an expert at marriage, like I am. Nice, Josh. All right, Josh, enough with your crap. Let's get back to Dan. Smokey Joe Barbecue. Not to be confused with Smokey Joe's Pet Barbecue. Dan, what is your favorite food?
Man, you guys are asking some seriously hard questions because, like I said, I love food in general. I mean, I'll open up, I'll go to the store and buy canned smoked oysters, and I'll eat them straight out of the can, and my wife thinks it's gross. All the way to we'll go to a fancy restaurant and I'll eat gourmet stuff, which I kind of think's gross, but my favorite food that I could probably eat every day, I'd have to say like a smoked pork chop or anything with bacon. I mean, I love bacon. I love pork products. I eat a lot more pork than I do beef. Yeah. I'd say a big old thick, about an inch and a quarter thick pork chop done on the grill.
Perfect. I'll go with you on that with the pork. I love, well, I'm in Iowa and I got pigs right here. What do you expect? You know? So pigs are good, especially pork belly. I love pork belly. My cardiologist tells me I'm an idiot for eating it, but hell, what does he know? He only spent $200,000 getting his license, so screw him.
I had 3 of my 4 grandparents die in a nursing home, so I don't listen to doctors because I want to die one day before I ever go into one.
Amen to that.
Hell yeah.
All right. Ted from All About the Rack wants to know, Dan, any real difference in cast iron like Butter Pat, Lodge, or is it okay to buy the cheaper stuff and get it seasoned up the way you like?
Well, the difference is in the thickness and everything. If you get something old or whatever, you know, like my old Griswolds, my Wagners and stuff, like I said, I have that Erie, they only weigh a third of what the new stuff does. So they don't take very long to heat up. And you got to be careful with them because if the old stuff, if you overheat it, you can actually warp it and make a wobbler out of it and stuff like that. But cast iron's cast iron, in my opinion. I mean, it's all good. If you see some of my videos, I mean, I did Dutch oven cook in the $17 Ozark Trail Dutch oven. My bean pots from Ozark Trail, and so is my griddle. But what I did, like we talked about earlier in the show, threw it in my grill at 600 degrees, got rid of that rhino lining that they spray on it, and I started building my own seasoning on it. You know, and then once you get your seasoning on it, it's, I shouldn't say maintenance because it's not hard work. It's just, you get done with it, you wash it, you oil it, you bring it back to the smoking point, and you put it up. I mean, if you can only afford Ozark Trail, I mean, they sell a 12-inch skillet for $10, where Lodges is $20, or if you go buy an old one, you're going to pay $40 for like an old Erie or Griswold or something. If all you can afford is the Ozark Trail, buy it. It will work for you. I promise. Just take care of it, maintain it, and the heat retention is phenomenal on them, and they're so forgiving. That's what I love about cast iron is they are forgiving. It's really hard to burn stuff in cast iron unless you just crank the heat super high.
Yeah, I can totally agree with you, Dan. If you screw something up that bad in cast iron, you weren't paying attention to begin with. So, all right, a couple questions that are on the screen, and then CJ, I got a couple more. Sir William of Purvis wants to know, how much time a month do you spend maintaining all your cast iron?
Well, none. It's part of cooking dinner. I get done with dinner. We plate everything up. What leftovers are go in the Tupperware. I sit down. I eat my meal. It's no different than if you used anything else. You're going to go wash it or whatnot. I wash it out now. I only use water. I don't use soap. And I use soft bristled brush. And then I put some oil on it. I put it on the stove, turn the stove medium heat. About the time I see it getting ready to smoke, I turn it off. But that's actually quicker than taking your Teflon crap that's going to give you cancer from the store and scrubbing it with your soapy water and then towel drying it and all that other stuff. So I'd say it takes no time to maintain. No more time than any other cooking piece.
So you're
just feeling like rust and stuff on the ones that you're not using?
No, because when I'm done, I wash them out with water, and then I heat them up on the stove, and that gets all the moisture out. And then I coat them with my canola oil, and it takes like 3 to 5 minutes, and on a medium heat, and you see a whisper of smoke, you turn it off. And like I said, you scrub your stock pot at your house. You know, you got an aluminum stock pot or something like that. By the time you get done using your soapy water and you scrubbing everything that's stuck to your aluminum stock pot, my nice Dutch oven that I have seasoned well that nothing sticks to, that I take a little bit of water and a soft bristle brush and I throw it on the stove to dry it, I'm done in the same amount of time as you trying to scrub everything off that's stuck on that aluminum pot.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, well seasoned.
Now I can't eat and throw it in the dishwasher. I cannot do that.
I get what you're saying, CJ, but my cast, 15 pieces, is hanging up over here to my left, out in the garage.
Right.
And there's not a speck of rust on one of them because they're seasoned before they're put up, and that seasoning protects it from the, you know.
Well, I was more. I know if you take care of a cast iron, it'll take care of you, right? But being that he's on the water, I was just wondering if that affected it differently, sticking it out or whatever.
No, and I have had a couple pieces rust on my houseboat and stuff because I neglected it. I might have had one adult beverage too many, and when I went to clean it, I didn't get the oil up to the smoking point. And see, when you get it up to smoking point, that is what does the carbon layer, and that's what seasoning is actually a carbon layer. And then I toss it in the boat and I don't grab it for another 2 or 3 weeks. And I have had a speck of rust or whatnot on it, but I have enough seasoning underneath. I mean, it takes no time. Once you start using cast iron, you'll find out, other than the weight, the weight is a pain in the ass, especially for smaller people or older people and stuff. But I love it. All my cast iron is 100% nonstick. And guess what? It has no Teflon on it or any of those other DuPont chemicals that are going to give you cancer.
So you're telling me, Dan, that CJ living in California, if he buys a Teflon pan, and CJ will get this reference, it has the Proposition 65 tag on it?
I have no idea what Proposition 65 is, but it sounds to me like they're going to tell you that pan's going to kill you.
Proposition 65 is this product may contain materials known to the state of California to cause cancer.
Everything in California.
Every Teflon pan will.
The straws are killing the turtles, so we now have paper straws.
Oh yeah, we had that on the way to Michigan and back. My son takes a drink of. We're at Burger King. He takes a drink of it and he says, "Dad, the straw is cardboard." I had to laugh.
You know, I still, when we go to fast food, it's still plastic, but the finer restaurants,
like working,
gives you those paper straws. I freaking hate them.
Yeah, they don't feel right, do they?
Anyway, all right. Sorry, little tangent there. Hey, Strong Adventures in there. What's up, Billy?
All right,
hey, Billy. Hey, Rhonda.
Dan, I got about 6 more for you. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Smoking Joe's Pit BBQ, his lifetime question. If money were no object, what smoker would you buy? But then he also asks, do you currently have any smokers?
Okay, the first part of it is I really don't know a name brand or anything, but I'd love to have one that requires at least a 3/4 ton truck to pull around. I mean, I would, if money's no object, go big or go home.
Well, I think he asked this question a little late because he had Veronica, his El Rey, and Joe, forgive me for saying this, but she was a beautiful bitch, and he sold her. So,
But as far as what I own one of those water cookers, the little Weber things, where you put the water in the middle, the charcoal on the bottom, then you cook on the top.
right.
I have an Oklahoma Joe offset. I have a off-brand one. I think it's called Old Smoky Mountain. It's a little vertical box smoker that runs off LP. And then, of course, I have my hog cooker that I built myself. And I'm actually in the middle of building a smoker out of a 300-gallon fuel oil tank that I'm going to build a smoker out of.
That's funny. I have one sitting at the shop. I'm doing the same thing, but I'm putting a rotisserie in it.
Well, that's actually what my hog cooker's built out of, but I don't have it. Well, it is on a rotisserie, but there's no gear reduction motor or anything. I am the motor. Every 20 minutes, I turn the hog because, and we must only do it in Indiana. Everybody I talk to says they don't cook whole hogs. They quarter them up and they smoke them quartered up. We go out, we go to the hog farm, which I got several friends that are hog farmers. We butcher a hog. I made the cooker. And actually, if anybody's near Indiana, August 17th, I'm cooking a whole hog in Connorsville for the E.W. Tapman Underprivileged Children's Fund, and I'm wearing the shirt tonight. It's the oldest charity in Fayette County. We buy Christmas for 325 underprivileged kids, and I'm cooking a whole hog for them August 17th.
Dan, that's awesome. You killed two birds with one stone because Rob, Mr. Homeowner, was wondering what your shirt said also. So thank you for doing that for a great cause. That's amazing, man.
It's our 101st year. The charity's been active nonstop for 101 years. I've been active for 21 years, and I've cooked the hog for them. This will be my 19th year cooking the hog for them.
That's awesome, man. Thank you. From a guy who I do a lot of cooking for my church and everything like that, so giving back like that, that's awesome, Dan. Thank you.
And the hogs donated, everything's donated. The charity does not pay 1 penny for this dinner. Me and my friends put this dinner on out of our pocket.
That's awesome. That's giving back right there, man. So, all right. You ready? I have 2 questions for you from a guy. I think you might know this guy. He's from Texas.
Oh,
and he goes by Papa.
Oh, Lord.
Papa, Texas.
He said, "Oh Lord."
All right. Here's the first one. Do you ever crack the lid while storing your cast iron, and how do you do it?
Yes, I do. If I know it's going to be stored for any time at all, I use the shop towel, paper towels, the blue ones on the roll, and I roll it up and make like a wick out of it, and then I lay it over the edge, and then I put the lid on. And the reason I do that is so everything can breathe inside. Now, I don't think my oil is going to get rancid because I don't use Crisco or that stuff. I don't use animal fat. I mean, I'm cooking stuff with animal fat in it, of course, right. But when I clean it out and I bring it back up to smoking point, I use canola oil. But if you don't do that and you still have some bacon greased in there or something like that, it can go rancid. So you have to have air in there. Number 1. Number 2, I live in Indiana. Our humidity goes up to 90% in the summer, and then our temperature goes down below 0 in the winter. If it's something you're not using all the time, condensation can build up inside there. It's just like your pop can. I mean, cast iron's metal. So you have to have a way for the air to go in and out to keep any condensation from going in and out.
I could not agree with you more. That's the only time paper towels touch my cast iron. It's what I use to prop the lid open on my camp oven and my Dutch ovens. So, all right, second one from Papa. He wants to know, Dan, any advice on stack cooking with Dutch ovens?
Yeah, find somebody that does it more than I do. The only thing I mean, seriously, I don't do it a whole lot. I got a Dutch oven table, and then I got a couple other little stands and stuff. I usually just, if I'm doing a meal where I'm using 4 of them, I usually have 4 side by side. The only time I really stack anything is if I'm doing a dessert where I need a lot of heat on the bottom so like the crust can get crispy. Because you have so many more coals on the top of a Dutch oven than you normally would on the bottom. That's the only time I really ever stack is when I'm needing something that has a lot of heat on the bottom. Or you'll see me get my Lodge 4-way out and set it on one, and then throw my bean pot or something like that to heat up like baked beans or even green beans, you know, anything I'm cooking in that little pot. And I use the heat from the coals on top. But I really don't do a lot of stacking of my Dutch ovens.
Okay. So, Papa, I would say hit up Johnny, Texas style. I've seen him do a couple with that.
You can't go
And
wrong with Chef Johnny.
what's that?
I said you cannot go wrong listening to Chef Johnny.
Well, I'm looking for him in the chat here tonight. I haven't seen him yet because I was actually, going to loosen the old throat muscles up from high school and sing him happy birthday. But he's obviously
someone can have a field day with that in the chat, loosening up your throat muscles.
Yeah, I really regret saying that. Hashtag shut the hell up, everybody.
After saying that, it's time for a super shot.
Yes, we owe Mike Montoya his 29.29 super shot anyway. So,
all right, cheers, guys.
Nice segue, Dan. You're hired. All right. Okay, I got one more question, CJ, and then it's time to catch up.
All right.
Dan, Mr. Mega Fred Zeppelin. Everybody knows he's a 49ers fan. Who's your NFL team?
Day, baby. The Bengals all the way. Cincinnati Bengals. I live and die by them.
Fair enough. So you
the last few seasons I've died a lot, but live and die by it.
Yeah, I hear you. So,
all right. I know my fellow Hoosiers like the Colts, but when I started rooting for football, I did not live in Baltimore.
Fair enough. I never lived in Green Bay either, but I'm a Packers fan. That's because
sorry about your luck.
Now there's too many obnoxious Viking fans in northern Iowa, and I just couldn't do it. And I don't like the color purple. So
the movie or the actual color?
Didn't even like the movie. So all right, CJ, back to you. I'm going to Sir William of Purvis informed me that Chef has company over tonight. So I think they're celebrating his 75th birthday, but I might be dyslexic. I think it's 57.
I'm going to say it couldn't be 75.
Well, he looks 75, but.
No, my dad's 75, and he does not look. Johnny doesn't look 75.
Well, yeah, he can't be 75 because Libby, she still looks 39. I mean, she looks great. So, all right, CJ, get some work done.
This is my turn. Yeah, I'm going to do a shameless plug real quick. I don't know if anyone's noticed the little cooking with CJ. I'm just so excited about it. Kent, yours is on its way. You're getting a mug and a sticker too.
For my trailer.
Yeah. You get it. I made sure I want the mug doesn't have a middle finger, flipping me off.
Well, yeah, but you got to remember this was from Shane. And
Chef Johnny, everybody, happy birthdays to Chef Johnny in the chat. Throw him up. Welcome, brother. Appreciate you being here. Congratulations on your 57 years on this earth. Oh, here's the many, many more. So, cheers, Chef.
Chef Johnny here.
All right. Guys, if you'd like any Cooking with CJ merch, I will put the link in the chat. I'm excited, man. I don't know. It's the first time I've ever had something like this, so I'm excited. Sorry, Dutch.
But hey, one thing, everybody, if you order 2 shirts in a mug, CJ will throw in his 8x10 shot for you, his mug shot.
Oh, I will. I will. All right, guys. Let's get back to the questions here. Too much Chad. What is your go-to drink? I saw the Jim Beam you're dropping it there, but is that what you go for every time?
No. Normally I drink Knob Creek on ice. But at $45 a bottle, and I did not have any clue how you're doing the super shots tonight, I figured I'd get the cheap shit. But
I love it. That's funny.
But I also love my craft beer. Like I said, I go to microbreweries. Me and my wife, we plan our vacations around microbreweries and stuff. Small little companies. It's what makes America what it is. Guys have a dream, just like I have a dream on YouTube. They have a dream on their beer, and they make good beer. And I love going to microbreweries also.
Right on. I think you find some of the best stuff at those places. Just
definitely.
I think a lot of it has to do with the people care a little bit more. They want to make. That's why it's called craft beer. They want to make the best product they can. So I'm with you on that.
Extra effort into it.
Yeah, they're putting their heart and soul in it. They're trying to make something out of it. It's not a huge conglomerate. They're just trying to do their thing. So, I know I just watched your video with the chicken and rice, but is that your signature dish? Is that what everybody goes to you to do?
No, like I said, out here at the marina, which actually several of the kids that work here, seasonal kids, they just caught onto my channel this year, and they'll watch a video and then they're mad that I don't bring the leftovers out here. The kids out here, like I said, already twice this summer I had to bring out my Italian beef. I actually mastered my chicken parm out here before I ever did the video. I probably cooked chicken parm 4 times this summer for the kids out here before I ever shot my first video. I don't know. I really don't have a go-to. I just love cooking. I cook anything. Try to anyway.
Right.
And even if I'm filming it and it fails, which I did put a Salisbury steak video out that the steak fell apart, so Salisbury crumbles. I just love to cook. I really don't have a go-to.
All right, cool. No problem. These questions are not pass or fail. You just throw them out there. And all right, so Christy's Cooking Channel has a lifetime question with us. All right, so what is your best and worst thing you've ever made? And it doesn't have to be filmed, just overall.
The best thing I make, by far, that I get the most compliments on, is my whole hog. And it'll never be filmed because it takes several people to help me with it. And they're not YouTubers, so that'll never be filmed.
Right.
My worst dish, thank God I experimented before I filmed it. I made a turkey meatloaf.
Oh.
Cook a turkey, deep fry a turkey, bake it in the oven, do not grind it up and make a meatloaf. It was horrible. The driest, nastiest thing. That bird needed shot a second time.
That's fucking shit. All right, Ken, go ahead, man.
Dan, I tried that also. The damn thing's already dead. You ain't got to kill it a second time, but I tried. I'm telling you what. Oh, that's funny. I thought I was the only one who did that. So, yeah, I way overcooked one. And I tell you what, if you would have tried punting it like a football, you'd be in a cast. It was horrible.
I thought hockey players could use it as a puck.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, that's all right. Back to you.
All right, let's talk about YouTube. Are you still like just thinking about it?
I'm laughing my ass off over here.
He likes the fact that I'm going to shoot the turkey a second time.
Oh, bet I've done that. Oh, that's hilarious.
All right, YouTube. 3 channels you watch. 1 big, 1 small, and 1 you think should be bigger.
Well, and see, I watch a variety of channels. They're not all cooking channels and everything.
Right.
And I've been thinking about this question since yesterday when I got told I was going to be on tonight. The small one that I really, really enjoy, and he only does a few cooking videos, would be Texas Bow Hunter. And I don't bow hunt, but I do regular hunt. But he started some cast iron Wednesday stuff. He bought him a Dutch oven. He has his daughters helping him film, and I think that's the reason why I like his channel so much. It's because his family's involved with him. And when I say small, he still has double the subscribers I have. Because thank you guys once again for having me on, because I only have 300 subscribers. Large. I mean, I watch a tons of large ones. I mean, I watch everything from T-Roy. I watch you, of course, CJ. I watch Daddy Duck. I mean, I watch so many large videos. But as far as a large channel that helped me out the most, I would have to say would be Papa Texas. And he reached out to me. I didn't reach out to him. He's the one that messaged me and said, hey, you're doing this wrong, but you're doing this right. And for him to do that, I mean, it's just amazing the help he gave me. First of all, I was only 3 months into into YouTube at the time, about 3 months in. For him to reach out to me, Papa Texas, and I know his just on last week, and I watched every minute of it. He is so great. Medium-sized channel, I'd have to say, and it's another guest you've had, Cooking with Corey. Cooking with Corey. Now, he's a butcher now, but I guess he used to be a chef. Some of the stuff he comes up with, I just scratch my head and I go, how'd you think of that? And then I go to my kitchen, I try it. I mean, as far as videos I enjoy, I'd say those are the 3 channels that I really, really enjoy.
Right on, right on. I'm with you on Papa Texas for sure. Corey is on timeout right now. Dutch always puts him on timeout because he gets a little out of line, and that's fine. You know, that's what he does.
Well, and I don't know how he does with you guys here, but I'm just saying his videos and stuff and some of his cooks is from somebody that likes to eat. If you like to eat, watch a few of his videos. I mean, when he cooked those bacon steaks about a month ago, I've never seen that thick cut bacon in my life.
Yeah, Corey does a lot of amazing stuff, and we actually, he's cool to me, but Dutch hates him with a passion because he's a Cornhusker fan.
No, I do not hate Corey with a passion. I hate the fact that he has very bad decisions he's made in his life with who he cheers for in college football. Dan, Mr. SmokeyGoodness, I'm sorry. I know you're in the same town, and I know you wear the black hat with the red end for knowledge, It's okay. I'm in Iowa. I hate the Huskers. That's the way it is.
Hey, I understand. I see Kevin Lockett's in the house. What's up,
Well, you
Kevin?
root for Notre Dame football. Notre Dame football in college is the only football team. And
No, it's not. I think we're gonna have to. Dan, I think we're gonna have to end this interview right now.
You just opened a can of worms.
College football. No more college football.
We're gonna have. It's worse than talking about politics, I guess. I don't know if you know this about myself, but I'm a big USC fan, and I hate Notre Dame. So
I go to 2 or 3 Notre Dame football games every year.
It's funny, man. Let's see here. Big Ron Hobbies, how you doing, brother? What's that, man?
I was just saying, but that's who I am.
That's who you are. I understand. No one's holding it against you. Josh, keep it to yourself.
Hey, the nice thing, we all have our favorites. That's what makes us us. So.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Corey be back here in a minute or two cussing me out, so it's all good.
CJ, if it makes you feel any better, I am a Bengals fan, and we suck every year.
I dig I dig the Bengals because of Ray Malaluga. He was an SC guy. He was 58 for the Bengals, 58 for SC. And I just love the way that fool played. And
wait a minute. Wasn't that your number?
That was my number too. So
that's what I thought.
I have in Trench Room. I have a big 58 jersey on the wall. So I'm a big fan. Anything with 58, I follow along. So anyway, well,
eventually I'll turn that age.
Papa Texas goes a field. Baylor Games right on. All right. Josh is now messaging politics. Josh,
yes,
go. All right. If you could cook with anybody in history, alive or dead, who would you want to cook with?
My papa, and I cooked with him 1,000 times in my life. But I'd love to cook with him one more day. Another guy I really never got to cook with was my uncle Dwayne. Because he died, I was 15 or 16 when he died. And he was actually a schooled chef. I mean, an awesome cook. If I could go back in time 40 years, I'd love to cook with him too, because I never had the opportunity to.
All right, cool. That's sweet, man. I love it when people say family. When a lot of people will say like Bourdain or Julia Child or whatever, but when they say family, it means a lot for sure. Kris from Eastwood Farms and Josh are going back and forth. Jim, have a great night, brother.
I'm so happy I cannot see no chat.
Yeah, you can't see the chat, which is a good thing because all it is distracting. Obviously, you can see what is happening in the Dutch over there. He's getting distracted a lot.
Yeah, so, I wasn't even looking at the chat. I'm looking at Messenger.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Just thought he had Tourette's.
No. He's just laughing.
Dan, I'm real close. Let me tell you.
All right. Not that we want you dead or think you're going to be on death row anytime soon, but what would your last meal on earth be?
Oh. It'd have to be a medium rare steak with a baked potato fully loaded.
That's perfect right there. I'm with you on that. Hey, that sounds good right now. Shit, I'll be all over that. All right. Who would be on your personal Mount Rushmore? 4 people you love and admire and want to see up there.
Well, first of all, it'd be my grandpa, Jerome, just because he instilled my work ethic in me. He did. He wasn't an outdoorsman. That's not my grandfather I was talking about earlier that instilled the outdoors. He was a hard worker. He was a no nonsense man. You did it or you didn't do it. and he helped form a lot of my life. The other one would be my papa, which is my mom's dad. He's the one that, heck, I was out squirrel hunting when I was 7 years old. I was cooking on his cast iron skillet by the time I was 8 or 9 years old. So that'd be 2. And no, I'm not, and I know everybody's saying your wife, but no, my wife's not going to be up there because, I mean, if I did that, hell, they'd have to expand Mount Rushmore because I might be like Kent and have another one.
Oh, man.
I don't know. The other 2 would be real tough. Probably my dad, just because he helped me, or he let me grill with him and cook with him on the back patio my whole life. Even though I'm mad at him right now because I do not own a Blackstone, and he just bought a 36-inch Blackstone and made me put it together for him. And it's still sitting in his garage next to his Komodo ceramic smoker that he's never cooked on, that I built, that I put together for him 7 years ago. And he'll never cook on either one of them.
That's
but
awesome.
I'm not allowed to touch them because they're his.
Well, Dan, I hate to sound morbid, but look at it this way. At least when you get your inheritance, you'll have 2 new cookers.
Well, I'll have 1/3 of 2 new cookers. I'm the youngest of 3 boys. But the good news is my 2 brothers don't even know where the stove is in their house.
Well, so they have no claim to it then, right? I mean, you got claim to it. You had to assemble them and everything. So I would say Indiana law, it's state law. They're yours.
But no, then I don't know who the other 2 would be. That's real difficult. I mean, because the other one, because the 3 men that really formed my life is my dad, his dad, and my mom's dad. And all 3 of them helped me develop who I am. I'd say 3rd one would have to be my mother.
All right.
Only woman I know that beat cancer with a smile on her face.
All right.
That's awesome.
That is awesome, man. All right. Well, those are all very good answers. Sorry I made you dig so deep and have to think about so hard, but that's why we like that question. You know, it really does. You know, it stumped me when I was on the hot seat when Hobo was doing it. So I'm with you, man. All right. I have my one last question. So we're going to go back to Kent, and he's going to ask the questions that he has in the chat. Guys, if you have any more questions, put it at Daddy Dutch, and he will ask it for you.
First of all, I got to say, Kris from East Wind Farms, thank you for catching that. He said, state law, Donnie Baker. Bob and Tom show reference.
Yes,
So,
he must listen to Q95. Donnie Baker's on Q95, Bob and Tom show in Indianapolis, at least 3 of the 5 days of the week. I mean, yes, Donnie Baker.
yeah, Donnie Baker's always on Bob and Tom. I actually listen to him out of a South Dakota station. And I get up early in the morning just to listen to Bob and Tom. So, all right. John at 1984 Barbecue wants to know, Dan, are you going to the Louisville, North Dakota, Notre Dame game this year?
I have to look at their schedule because I don't get my first weekend off from the marina until the last weekend in October, and I always go down to Beattyville, Kentucky, and I hike Natural Bridge every year since I get down to the marina. Then I look at the football schedule and I decide what games I'm going to.
All right. John, if you know what date that is, put it in the chat, and we'll go from there. And then Billy from Strong's Adventure. You kind of hit on this earlier. It was before Billy was here, but He wants to know what is your favorite cast iron piece you own? If you had one piece to cook on, which one is it?
My favorite one that I own, like I told you, is Papaw's 20-inch skillet. But being a 20-inch skillet, plus also before he died, I'd already bought 2 other 20-inch skillets because I thought he was going to live forever because he's Superman to me. So I didn't think I was going to inherit it. But the one I cook on the most is probably a little 12-inch lodge that I cook breakfast in probably 3-4 times a week. The one I cherish the most is Papaw's.
All right. Papa, you're hilarious. All right. This is Papa asking this. So, ask Dan about his bowling skills.
Oh, well, none of you know about what happened after I posted on Instagram and Facebook and everything. I just bowled a 266 game the other night in the league.
Wow.
Now, of course, nobody knows this, but I've actually had a 300 game in league. I've had a 299 game in league. I love to bowl. I quit bowling a little over 10 years ago when I tore my rotator cuff. My boy just now got involved in bowling, so we did a summer league this year. This was week 11 of bowling, which was Thursday night. I bowl a 266. It's actually my first 200 game I had in this league. And I used to average 213, but this league I'm averaging 151. Now, if I can slide this chair back, I'd love to show you what happened Friday night.
Uh-oh.
I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this.
Keep your pants up.
But if you guys can see that, I'm looking at 2 to 3 surgeries because I totally blew my knee out Friday night.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. They're talking about the MCL, ACL, and they're talking other stuff. Yeah. But they put me on a nice brace with steel on the sides. I've already decided I'm going to wait till after I get all the boats out from the marina and stuff. I'm not even going to go back to the doctor till the end of November.
All right. Let's see here. D.A. Barry Outdoors. Dan. Emma says hi.
Oh, my gosh. David, tell Emma that Dan is so thankful that you are following me. Your support on my channel means so much to me. I love the fact that you and your dad watch my videos together. It's one of the reasons I stay on YouTube. Emma, love you. Keep being a supporter of mine.
That's awesome. That I could feel that over here, that, from the heart. So, all right, let's see. Ted, I'm not going to say that. I'll say it in the after show.
I'm going to say we have no filters.
Okay, well, if Emma's watching, I really don't want to say it, but Ted said,
oh yeah, Emma's little girl. Okay, yes.
Well, I'll paraphrase. How's this? He's not going to show us his bowling balls, is he? Now, there's one word you can take out of that. So, all right.
No, they're retired for a minute or two.
That is all I got, CJ. That's all the questions I have. So,
all right, cool. Here, I think you might have put Corey on timeout again.
Yeah, I might have to. He keeps bashing my Hawkeyes, but the traditional thing is I only do it once a night. But hell, Dan's on here, so we'll make it twice tonight.
Hey,
welcome, Corey. Yes, sir.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
As being the guest, and your Hawkeyes are in the Big Ten, and I tell you go IU, you're not going to put me in timeout, are you?
No, because IU they traditionally suck. It's kind of an easy game for us, but there's a rivalry with us and
Oh, hell, we
Nebraska.
beat your ass every year.
Not in the last 4. Northwestern normally has our number. So
we'll discuss it later.
Okay.
Discuss it later. All right, guys. Last question there, Dan. Who would you like to see on the hot seat, buddy?
Well, I had thought about this actually before I had to cancel, and I was going to tell you guys Papa Texas, but you had Papa Texas on. Have you guys ever had Billy and Rhonda from Strong's Adventure? I really like them. They have good personality together. I'm trying to think of other channels that are just I watch so many channels that are not just cooking, and I know you guys discuss cooking here. I mean, in all of them I watch, you've had on here. I mean, I love T-Roy.
We haven't had Billy and Rhonda on, so Billy is in the chat. Billy, hit me up on Messenger on Facebook, and we'll get you scheduled, buddy.
I mean, I watched T-Roy, but you've had T-Roy on here.
T-Roy held the record for the longest show of 4 hours.
God, what a headache.
That was a rough one.
Oh, the next day at work sucked.
I love Chef Johnny. I watch everything he puts on there. But you've had him. I mean, you guys do such a great job. I mean, let me ask you a question. Have you had Daddy Dutch Barbecue on here?
Yeah, he was on with Hobo before I took it over, and he only had 2 subscribers on.
All right. See, I never watched it with Hobo. I didn't catch you guys till you had it, CJ.
Right on. Yeah, I was on with Hobo before I took it over. I took it over. It's been over a year now. I've had it for a long time.
I really only found your show, I would say, who was on it? It was someone that I really liked. I found it about 5 months ago.
Okay.
And then, of course, once I found it, I've been trying to watch it every week. Now, some weeks I can't. But I really love what you and Ken do. I really do.
Right on, man. Well, we enjoy it too. We have plenty of guests lined up. We're booking into November right now, so we're doing good. We got enough people on there.
Okay, so I'll just say Billy and Rhonda from Strong's Adventure. That's who I'd love to see.
All right, well, that'd be great. So, Billy, find me on Facebook, CJ Volkman, and we'll connect, and I'll see about getting you guys scheduled. All right, that's it for tonight, guys. Dutch, you want to say anything on the way out?
Yeah, Dan, thank you. And just for the record, you weren't told you were being on tonight. You were asked if tonight would work. Check your text messages. I asked you if tonight would work, just so you know.
Well, can I say one thing? Yes, I was asked.
Okay.
But I was told it'd be the end of November if I said no. So I'm thinking
you were told before it'd be November. And then I said, hey, how about Thursday night? And you're like, okay.
Well, and one thing I can say is, number one, thank you for not making me ruin my anniversary. Because I'm telling you right now, I would have stuck my cell phone on the windshield, and I would have done this while I'm driving down Interstate 65 in Nashville, Indiana. You guys would have interviewed me going down the interstate.
Well,
thank you for letting me reschedule.
It's like Tom's Tinkering and Adventure says, safety third. So we won't want you doing it going down the interstate. That would not be good. So,
well, as long as I didn't spill my beer.
Appreciate you coming on in short notice, Dan. Great job tonight, buddy. Looking forward to Wednesday. So make sure you put your video out early enough so I can watch it before I get tainted with that California stuff.
I put my videos out at 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so that's 3 a.m. your time. If that's not early enough for you, I apologize.
No, I think I could watch it with morning coffee before, because somebody else puts his out like 10 o'clock, I think, Pacific time. So that's like
Put
noon
it
my
out at
time.
6 a.m. Pacific time.
Okay.
Come on now. Although I'm messing with my schedule a little bit. That Tuesday, I dropped that smash burger yesterday in the afternoon, and I've gotten a lot more views off of that. So I'm kind of toying with the idea of changing up the schedule a little bit. I'm not sure.
I think you should do it about noon your time.
Noon my time. All right, well, I'll give it a go. Dan, you got anything to say on the way out?
The only thing I have to say is, number one, thank you, CJ. Thank you, Kent, especially for working with me doing the scheduling snafu that I did. Also, I cannot believe you guys, with me only having 300 subscribers, I'm honored that you'd let me on your show when you guys have Harry Sue, you have T-Roy, you had Papa Texas. I mean, you guys have huge guys. I'm honored that my little channel was on here tonight. And everybody, and I don't know how many people's in here, thank you for coming and watching this show. Come next week, I promise you CJ will have another great guest. And I'm honored. All
right. Well, I thank you for being on, Dan. To us, it doesn't matter how many subscribers there are. It's just about getting people in the community and people that want to talk, and interesting people and good people and all that stuff. So subscribers don't matter, but we appreciate you coming on. I dig that you're on a houseboat right now doing it. I dig that you brought the Jim Beam. You know, it was a good time. Thank you for doing the super shots with us. Thank you to the 3 guys that gave the super shots tonight. I will put this hangout link in the chat. So jump on when we're off. Okay, don't jump on before, please. But come and hang out with Aaron, Kent, and myself. What's up?
Next week, whatever the super shot price is, I'll put it in. Let's do one more shot for goodbye.
All right.
And I'll try to put it on next week. I really don't know how to do that either. Or I'll mail you a check in the mail.
Because you're a guest, we'll waive the fee because you did it live.
It's good. It's good. Woo. All right, guys. That's the next week's guest is Jabin Postal from Postal Barbecue. He just had a remodel of his kitchen, so I'm wondering if he's going to be down to come on still. I have to get in touch with him, but he's scheduled for next week. It'll be back on my channel next Thursday, 6 o'clock p.m., 9 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern, and whatever in the middle of the country. You guys figure it out. All right, guys, I'm going to put the hangout link in there. Thank you guys for being here. Kent, you can shut it down anytime you want, and we'll see you next week.
All right. Hey, thanks, everybody. CJ, adequate job as normal. Dan, awesome job. Appreciate you coming on, especially with the scheduling and everything. So everybody have a great night, and we'll see you next week back on CJ's channel. Good night, all.